get up close and personal.
Last time we're going to be a little bit shorter. Okay? And then we're going to review and present our assignment
Because this is the new one.
on Wednesday. After we do our presentations on Wednesday, we will have our unit score test over bonds. We're going to have our unit 4 test on Thursday.
I don't
Yes.
like it not being here.
Okay.
It's both saying
All
it.
right. Okay, so go ahead and get something to write with. Even get a highlighter. We may add a few things to these notes, but they're pretty straightforward. Okay? So our bell work was talking about how our metals actually do form metallic bonds. Okay? Now, if I look on the periodic table, where are my metals?
On the left side.
On the left side. Do they want to gain or do they want to lose their valence electrons?
Lose.
They want to lose. Okay? So, I heard, who was
You wanna
it?
lose, but you can't get it back.
We're talking about how do things
Yes,
that
you can.
lose
Hear about that?
form bonds with each other.
Shoot, this is video.
Okay, that was a very smart thing.
Ooh.
Okay, so, let's see for this.
I get the joke.
We're gonna start at the very
Because I
top.
saw that TikTok.
Like it has to be right.
Get our definition. All right, our metallic bond definition is a bond or chemical attraction formed from a shared pool of valence electrons. So a bond or attraction when I have a shared pool of electrons. So a pool is like, think about a swimming pool, right?
Yeah.
If you and your friends are in the swimming pool, you are all sharing the water.
No.
Yes.
I did water sharing test.
What if the water consumes us and there's someone just dead at the bottom of the
Mute
pool?
him.
No, mute me. Take away my rights.
Mud him.
Read,
Mud him.
Read me my Miranda.
Mud him.
So that's what
Read
it
me
means
my
by
Miranda
shared
rights,
pool, okay, is that all the water, all the electrons, okay, are surrounding the atoms. Okay, so this is an interaction. This is not a chemical bond
What's that? You teach?
where we're creating
It's a
something
It's a
new.
metallic.
What?
No.
I thought you were on the stream.
Okay, so I want you to put a star by this. When I have a metallic bond, I do not result in a compound being formed. So, put a star by this, Easton, while you're talking, maybe do something productive.
I am doing it. I am
You
doing
haven't wrote
Put a star by this statement.
What statement? Give me a sec. Every time like I push hard on my lead, it goes back in the tip.
Hey, yo.
How's that weird?
Okay,
What else do I call the tip
does
of my pencil?
not result in a compound.
Right.
Mature ass bitch.
This is right.
Just start right here. Okay, what this means is that nothing new is created.
Nothing's good.
Nothing new is chemically created. Okay, so if it doesn't have a new compound form, is there a chemical reaction?
So Gert's head is just lower. You can't see around.
No chemical reaction, no new substance or compound form. Okay? All right, so
Okay.
our atoms don't necessarily lose their valence electrons like they will in ionic bonds. In ionic bonds, we have our metals losing and our non-metals
It
gaining.
still says comments are unavailable.
Okay? But our metals don't lose them in metallic bonds. Okay? All the metal atoms are going to share their electrons with each other. Okay? So we call it the sea of E,
Did you use Bing?
or sea of electrons.
Sea of electrons.
Sea of electrons.
Yeah, because there's a lot of electrons
There are a lot
and
of
they're close
electrons.
together.
All of the metals are going to want to share them. Okay? So another term for shared electrons are going to be our delocalized electrons. If something is not localized, it is delocalized. And that means it is not
I guess I just wanna
attached
check.
to a specific atom or a bond
Go
between
post
them.
this on your story. Would you say these are easier to do than
Yeah, because we don't have
ionic
to
bonds?
draw them out or show the dots. Basically, if you look at this picture on the top, you've got a bunch of sodium atoms, and each sodium atom has how many valence electrons? They each have one.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're basically going to
Oh,
say,
yeah.
hey, I don't want this anymore, but I don't want this anymore. It'll just kind of float around in between sodium atoms. Okay? So, highlights from this. No new bond is formed. Okay, not new bonds. No new element or compound is formed. And we have the sea of electrons. So the electrons are surrounding, being shared by all. Okay. Good? All right. Couple points. First point. What does EM stand for?
What? EN? Electron negativity.
Electronegativity. Okay, so in
Fuck me.
metals, our electronegativity is very, very low. So remember, electronegativity is an atom's ability to attract electrons.
Okay.
So our metals do not want to attract electrons very much. Okay? So that's one of the reasons why we have those free-floating delocalized electrons. Okay? Metals like to form something called lattices. Now, in ionic bonds, we have crystal lattices, but the word lattice just means
Can you not see?
a pattern arrangement. Okay? So notice these metals have kind of a pattern arrangement. Okay? Notice it doesn't look like they're all smashed up in different ways. They're ordered. Okay? So lattice, if you want to put a little note, just means organized.
I love you.
Organized in a pattern.
Associate bond. Oh, associate, not social.
All right, next thing. Okay, a lot of times our atoms, our metals are going to be bigger. So what happens are that they have overlapping orbitals. So we have electrons that overlap on top of other electrons. Okay,
I feel that.
you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay. So all of that is going to contribute to them making the sea of electrons. So the low desire to have electrons in bonds, the organizational shape, the fact that they're bigger, okay, are all going to contribute to, notice these ones right here are localized, they're not surrounding one specific element. Does that make sense?
1 and 5.
Okay?
That one girl who accused Eli of rape.
Questions?
Nah.
Alright, flip your paper over. Okay, because we're gonna talk about properties or characteristics of metals next. Okay? So the first property or characteristic that we can observe is the fact that metals are malleable. Okay? Now, malleable means that I can make the metal into thin sheets.
Oh, like aluminum.
Like aluminum foil, yeah.
Wow.
Okay?
10.
All right.
Oh, someone said
Another
something in chat.
characteristic is that metals are ductile, That means that they can be made or drawn and pulled into wires,
Like copper.
like copper wires. Okay?
In case anyone cares, I'm a puppy dog.
Right. Now, some of the benefits that you guys see
You name a
from
puppy dog.
metals being in sheets or into wires
I'm gonna name it.
is that metals can conduct
You name
electricity,
yourself Knox?
right? Do you have wires in your house that don't have metal in them?
Probably.
I don't know. Ask
Probably
the person
not.
who built my house.
Okay. Anytime you have something that is conducting electricity, it is always going to have
Hey,
metal.
Kai. Kai.
Okay, thermal
Electricity.
energy, when you cook,
Is there not electric?
typically, you're
wires in
gonna
my
use
house.
what?
Show the stove.
The stove, right? Okay, what are you gonna put the food on? Are you just gonna slap it on the stove?
Sometimes I just eat it off my belly.
What is that pan usually made of? Metal, okay? So, our metals, they can be made into thin sheets, which is helpful.
Oh, like aluminum.
Like aluminum, right?
I've said
They
it
can be
twice.
made into wires.
Like
Both
copper.
those things help serve
Should
purposes
we go on stream?
like electrical, and thermal. Okay? Alright, so why does that happen? It happens because our sea of electrons is going to allow electrons to move through it. If electrons are moving through a material, that also helps movement turn into thermal energy. Y'all all right there?
I believe.
I'm gonna leave the doors closed.
Do we dare throw cam in
They're
there?
not messing with it. Okay, the very last thing, okay, is that metals
I
are
would say
strong
Lauren, but she kinda like-
absorbers and reflectors of light.
She did. She said.
So if I look at something that's metallic, it usually will reflect that light back,
Why is that?
okay?
And why is that?
Yeah, no, like
It's because metals, like we said before, form a lattice, where it's a repeated pattern, okay? So the repeated pattern is actually what makes it more reflective.
yeah, because like if you put metal in outlet, it doesn't feel good.
Okay, that just didn't make any sense.
Okay,
Is that not what we're talking about?
so because metals are good absorbers and reflectors of light, that's why metals look the way they do. They're shiny. Okay?
You
Grant and
deserve to
balls.
win. You deserve to win.
All right.
Miss Patton.
Very last
She's
thing.
very underappreciated.
Very last thing. Then we'll figure out what we're doing with our lives.
Guess who won it?
All right.
Guess who won
The last thing
15,000?
that we're gonna talk about that has to do with
Okay.
metals
I forget.
or metallic bonds are alloys.
Yeah, no.
Okay? Alloys are going to be a solution of two metals mixed together. Remember, you can put a star or a little note. Solution is a mixture that
Except my
looks
contacts
the
on that
same
side.
all throughout.
We have 2 viewers.
Okay, so solutions are mixtures.
No comment if you're in chat.
And the
Your
word
comment.
we use
Oh shoot.
is homogeneous.
Wait, it's a mixture that looks the same.
Looks the same throughout. Okay? So
You got
if I
comments,
look
like, right
at
there,
a
man.
mixture of metals, or if I look at a metal alloy,
We have 3 likes.
I'm not gonna be able to tell what metals are in there just by looking at it. Okay? So alloys are a solution of two metals that look the same throughout.
Hey chat, like
When I mix them
if you're in stream, like comment, you know,
Okay.
please.
Now, the proportion is what we can change in the metal. So in a mixture, we can add more of different types of metals to give it different types of properties. Okay? A good example
Comment down in the
would
chat.
be if you have a metal that
Your
is
bottom
really,
five.
really hard and had a metal that is
Not high
very,
school.
very
Bottom
soft.
5. Bottom 5.
If you wanted
Let
a
me know.
metal that had similar properties of both,
Could you combine them?
you could combine them together and have something that is not as hard and maybe not as soft, okay? So, just a mixture of metals.
Bronze
Okay.
mixture.
There's a lot They're used so much. Okay?
They can't comment.
There's a reason we use them so much.
How to
And
turn
it's
it off.
because of their properties. Okay? Now, I want you to think about it this way. If we use iron to create our forks and knives, would that be a good idea? Why not? What does iron do when it's
Gets-
exposed to water?
It rusts.
Rust, okay?
That's
Now,
not good.
iron is really hard, okay, so that would be beneficial.
What are forks made out of?
Metal, stupid.
Usually stainless steel.
Really?
Okay, so this is what we are going to do, right? There are so many alloys, they have so many different benefits and uses. So what we're gonna do is each of you are going to pick an alloy, and you're going to create
See, look.
a 60-second or less
I haven't on. I haven't on
advertisement.
anyone.
Okay?
Advertisement?
Not a video. Okay? I'm gonna pass this not on the list. I'm open to that suggestion, so just let me know. Okay, you need the name of the alloy. Okay? Then you need what the metals, or what metals that alloy is made of. Usually it's going to give us percentages, so 50% aluminum, 10% something else.
Is it always exact or is it kind of just random?
For specific ones, it is going to be exact. Okay, so that's why I say I want to put it in percentages. Okay? All right, the next thing is your uses for the alloy. Those are going to be easy to find in research. Okay? Then I want a description of its properties, so what it looks like, how hard is it, that kind of thing. Okay? The next thing is a connection to metallic bonding. Your connection to metallic bonding is important.
We all
Okay.
know that kinky role play.
Then it has to be colorful, neat, and appealing. Some of y'all are not artistics, but put some color on there. Okay? It has to be accurate, so that's one of the points for grading. Okay? It also needs to fit on a regular piece of copy paper.
One.
Okay? If you do it on paper, keep it 2D, don't make it three-dimensional. Okay? Also, you can do it online if you want, but keep it the same size, so about 8.5 by 11. Okay? Does that make sense?
The fuck is she
How
talking
do we
about?
do it 8.5 by 11 online?
You can do it this way, just change the dimensions of what you're working on.
No, teach online.
So if I were to print it out on paper, it would take up.
Oh, so we have to print it out.
I will print it out, or you can print it out if you want.
Okay.
I have a printer, but
One
it's
color
used for
paper, you might wanna
clipping
print it out
people.
yourself. Okay,
Back for
Now-
my wall.
I know that you don't have this information sitting in your head. It would be great if we did. I wouldn't assign it if we did, right? So you're going to have to do some research. I do want your sources properly cited. That's part of the points. ChatGPT cannot be cited. So, okay, now, you have to be careful with that, because one of the things I noticed is that for AI, sometimes it gives you a fake source.
Oh, for real? Like, what if I like copy and paste it into your source?
No, because like sometimes you just gotta bounce it down.
I mean, but then we can use that source.
Yo, what?
Okay, so when we present, we're gonna present on Wednesday, okay? It should not take very long. Everybody's presentation has to be less than 60 seconds.
Yeah, teach.
If it's longer than 1 minute, you get points deducted.
So like my parole officer won't allow that for me to go in front of a class.
Now, listen, okay, it says all information has to be delivered in a confident, passionate tone.
Turn your ass around.
Your task is to convince the class that yours is the most important outlook. Okay? So we will take a vote at the end of presentation.
Like gold.
Bronze.
Okay? You get bonus
Copper.
points on your test,
See,
Nickel?
okay?
yes.
And then this will count as your.
no, not
grade.
Fuck me.
I don't know. Wait, no, maybe nickel.
Huh?
I know bronze.
Oh,
is.
What'd you say, little boy?
A
Pen?
It should make you like.
I have a pencil.
What'd you
say, little boy?
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, what I want you to do, get your Chromebooks out. Okay? I want you to look up what alloys are available. Okay? If you do not know what are available.
You know Jason, Brett?
Jay.
Yes.
then you can
Like
come
him?
here.
Yes, his hairline is like goes into his
People
penis.
can't inbreed.
All right, guys.
Alright.
Bye, stream.
Okay, first come, first served, we're not gonna do any repeat.
Make sure to watch your
Check under your beds.
CP tomorrow.
So here are some that we can't pick from.